every package and product has, we're chasing oxygen, moisture, or bacteria. Those are the things that we're concerned with. There are other things that help us in identifying the critical risks, right? Just out of the gate, if you have a foil barrier package, it's very clear that foil barrier is there to act as an oxygen or moisture barrier, all right? And so knowing that you have a foil barrier, immediately you're concerned with oxygen and moisture critical defects, all right? If you have a hydrophilic product, I'll just choose a random product. Let's say an iced tea beverage mix, right? This is something that dissolves very quickly in water and it's sugar rich. That is something that's hydrophilic and it will soak in moisture from the outside very quickly. So understanding if your product is hydrophilic, you know immediately there's a much greater moisture risk because it's going to be soaking up outside moisture. Liquid product, bacteria is the biggest risk if it does not have preservatives. If it's a chemically reactive product, it could be a hormone-based treatment, or it could be infant nutrition that can oxidize and the fats can turn rancid. Oxygen is our critical risk. So these are just some basic rules of thumb to think about. Now, one really important consideration is headspace. If you have a very large volume container, that headspace, and the headspace is controlled, a certain defect of, let's say, 20 microns, it would take a very long time for that small defect to impact the greater volume of that larger vessel. If you had a smaller sachet of a product that's also oxygen sensitive, if you have a 20 micron leak in that small sachet, because the headspace within that package is that much less, that 20 micron defect will impact the headspace of that container that much more quickly. So the headspace volume of a container matters greatly when you're thinking about oxygen or moisture criticality. The greater the headspace in the container, the less critical a small defect will be, right? But you need to understand what those risks are and what the impact is.